Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss a new topic, that is wave nature of matter. So de Broglie hypothesis. So as we discussed earlier, so radiation has two natures. One is particle nature, another one is wave nature. Okay, some of the concepts which are not described by, which are not explained by particle nature, some of the concepts are not explained by wave nature. So okay, what are those? Interference, and diffraction or diffraction. So these two concepts are not explained by particle nature. So only these two concepts explained by wave nature of radiation. Wave nature. Okay. Another one is photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect, and another one is Compton effect. So okay, these two concepts are explained by particle nature of the radiation. Particle nature. Thus, we can say that radiation sometimes behaves as a particle, sometimes behaves as a wave. So when the radiation is in motion, it behaves as a wave. When the radiation interacts with matter, so okay, when the wave strikes the matter, so it strikes the material as a bullet. So okay, then we can say that when the radiation is interacting with matter, at that time radiation behaves as a particle. So when the radiation is in motion, when the radiation is in medium, so okay, when the radiation is propagating in a medium, so at that time radiation behaves as a wave. So thus radiation has dual nature. Sometimes it acts as a wave, sometimes it acts as a particle. Now here, so what is the wave nature of matter? So what is de Broglie hypothesis? Let us discuss about that. De Broglie hypothesis. Okay, this universe consists matter and radiation. Okay, according to de Broglie, nature loves symmetry. Okay, so according to him, nature loves symmetry. Okay, what is the meaning of this? So that is, if the radiation has two natures, then matter also should have two natures. Okay, this universe consists matter and radiation. So here nature loves symmetry means if the radiation has two natures, then matter also should have two natures. Okay, if the radiation has two natures, then matter also should have two natures. So what are those? Matter also sometimes behaves as a wave, so it sometimes acts as a particle. So that is, so okay, according to him, according to de Broglie, so mass particles, what are those? Electron, proton, neutron. So okay, when these particles are in motion, when these particles are moving, okay, these particles are associated. So okay, these particles are surrounded by a wave. So okay, that wave is called, that is a new type of wave, that is matter wave. Okay, when the particles What are those particles? Electron, proton, neutron, okay, are moving. So when a particles, electron, proton, neutron, so these are all moving in medium. When they are moving, they are surrounded by a wave. So okay, this is a new type of wave, so which we had not heard so far. So that type of wave is called matter wave. Matter wave. So okay, what is the matter wave? So the wave which is associated by the particles. So the wave which is associated by moving particles. So moving matter. The wave which is associated. The wave which is associated by moving matter. Moving matter is called matter wave. So this is a new type of wave, matter wave. For suppose this is the particle. So when this particle is in motion, so this particle is surrounded by or guided by a wave. So that is, or suppose this is a particle, okay, so this is a wave which is surrounded by it. So this is a matter wave. So this is a wavelength. So that is a wavelength of matter wave. So this is a new wave. So this wave neither mechanical wave nor electromagnetic wave. Okay, this is not a mechanical wave or this is not a electromagnetic wave. So this is a new type of wave. So this wave is associated. So this wave is formed by material. So material particles. So these waves are made up of matter. Okay. Now, so okay, the matter in this wave is somewhere. Okay, the material particle in this wave is somewhere. So that is not decided. So that means the position of the particle and the momentum of the particle we cannot find simultaneously in this wave. So there is a uncertainty. So okay, there is a uncertainty to find the position and the momentum of the particle. So this is a wave, this is a matter wave. So okay, if we want to find the position of the particle, if we want to find the momentum of the particle in this wave, so we can't find simultaneously these two. So what are those two? Position and momentum. We can't find these two concepts. Position and momentum we can't find. So there is a uncertainty. So what is that uncertainty? That is delta x, delta p, that is approximately equal to h hat. So this is uncertainty principle. Uncertainty principle. Okay. What is uncertainty principle? Delta x into delta p, that is approximately equal to h hat. So what is this h hat value? H hat value is h by 2 pi. So what is h? H is Planck's constant. Okay. So what is the wavelength of the matter wave? So okay, what is the wavelength of the matter wave? The wavelength of the matter wave is lambda equal to h by p. This is the wavelength of the matter wave. Okay, so lambda equal to h by p. So what is p? That is momentum, that is the product of mass and velocity. Lambda equal to h by mv. Okay, so here lambda is inversely proportional to mass of the particle. Lambda is inversely proportional to velocity of the particle. So okay, as the mass of the particle is very small, the wavelength of the particle, wavelength of the body is very greater. So okay, if the velocity of the particle, if the velocity of the matter is very small, wavelength of the matter is very high. For suppose, if the velocity of the matter wave is 0, the velocity of the particle is 0, then what is the wavelength? So okay, if the v is equal to 0 means, if we substitute v is equal to 0, then we will get lambda equal to infinity. So okay, lambda equal to infinity means, so okay, we can't find that. So that is this is a wave, that means we can't find that wave. So that means it has no wave nature. So when the velocity of the particle is 0, then it has no wave nature. So that means this particle have wave nature only when it is in motion. Okay, when the particle is in motion, when the particle means matter, when the particle bracket matter is in motion, then only it has wave nature. So okay, then only it has wave nature. So when the material particle, when the matter is at rest, then it has no wave nature. So that is a material. So okay, when the material particle, when the matter is in motion, then it is surrounded by some wave. That wave is called matter wave. Okay, is it related to temperature? Okay, the wavelength of the matter wave, is it related to temperature? Answer is yes. So that is the kinetic energy of the molecule. So what is that? That is 3 by 2 kT. So what is K? K means Boltzmann constant. Boltzmann constant, T equal to absolute temperature. Okay, actually what is the kinetic energy formula? That is 1 by 2 mv square, that is equal to 3 by 2 kT. So okay, 2 will get cancelled on both sides. Only we have mv square is equal to 3 kT. So I am multiplying m on both sides. M into mv square is equal to 3m kT. So this is m into m means m square v square is equal to 3m kT. Okay, see here. So we can write this mv whole square equal to 3 mkt. So okay, mv means p. What is that mv? That is the momentum. P square is equal to 3 mkt. P equal under root of 3 mkt. Substitute this b value in this equation. Then we get h by under root of 3 mkt. This is the wavelength of de Broglie matter wave which is associated with the temperature. So absolute temperature. Now we can write the another form of the wavelength of de Broglie wave. So that is actually kinetic energy Ke is equal to P square by 2m. This is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. From this equation we can write P square is equal to 2m. I am writing simply E. So kinetic energy means I am writing for simplicity E. So P square is equal to 2me. P equal to under root of 2m E. Okay, substitute this P value in this equation. So now we will get lambda is equal to h by under root of 2mb. So this is also wavelength of matter wave. So okay, lambda is equal to h by under root of 2mb. So this is also wavelength of matter wave. Lambda is equal to h by under root of 3 mkt. Okay. Now, if the particle of mass m, charge q is accelerated through a potential difference. PD means potential difference V. Then what is the wavelength? Then the wavelength of the particle is, or suppose if the particle is electron, so then we will get the wavelength that is a 12.27 by root V angstrom. Okay, this is a wavelength of the electron. So when the electron has mass m, charge q, it is accelerating through a potential difference V, then the wavelength of the electron is 12.27 by under root of V. V means this is a voltage potential difference here. So this is angstrom. Okay, the wave nature of the de Broglie wave. So the wave nature of the electron is verified by Davison-Germes experiment. Okay, so we will see that experiment in next video. Okay, so this is the class. So that is the matter wave. So what is that matter wave? The wave which is associated with matter. So when the matter is moving, it is surrounded by some wave. So okay, when the matter is moving, it is guided by some wave. So that wave is called matter wave. So matter wave is neither mechanical wave nor electromagnetic wave. So this is a new type of wave. Okay. Next topic we will see in next video. Okay, thank you.